Welcome, dear ones. Allow yourself a moment just to take the time to come into the present of where you are now. Focus on where you are, the surroundings you're in, and how you're going to bring about your energy into center and alignment to where you are. The more you can focus on allowing yourself to become one with who you are, the more you can focus on allowing this energy of a higher source into who you are, allowing this higher energy to work with you and for you. Ultimately, how you move forwards in regards to your own life path is up to you. How you create resonance in your own life is entirely up to you. The important thing to remember as you move forwards in your life is that you are in control of your own sovereignty. You are the creator in this life, and you are the one who is able to create changes. You are the one who is able to move forwards and create the change necessary for your own growth and for that of humanity. When we look around us, we see a multitude of options available to you. We see this availability to your uppermost good. We can see ways in which you can move forwards in alignment with your own path. Ultimately, how you move forwards is entirely up to you, and the experiences that you create is entirely up to you. What you are creating in this present moment is a resonance with your own understanding. You are creating this resonance that's working with this higher energy. And this higher energy and this connection that you are allowing to come into you is ultimately that of God. It is that of the all that is. And when we say this with ease. We say this with the understanding that everything that you manifest and everything that is in surrounding to you is, of course, that of all that is. Now, the more we focus on where you are going and the more we allow in what is to come, the more we can see what is there for you to harness and there to bring into your life. Ultimately, this experience is entirely up to you. And the more we can allow ourselves to sit into alignment and allow ourselves to stand back and come into that space where we can move forwards within that creation energy and that of the love energy, the more we can allow ourselves to fall into alignment towards our own growth. Yes. Now you are starting to feel more at ease, the more you can feel that the energy of this broadcast, if you will, is working in your body. It is working in your body and also with that in the different layers of who you are, working through that of the aura and that through the ethereal body. The more you can see where in which this energy is coming in, the more you can allow this connection to strengthen, and the more your own connection with that of your own higher self will come forth and bond, if you will. Perhaps bond is the incorrect word, for there is always that connection there with your higher self. It is just strengthening the bond, which is the important aspect. For when you allow yourself to come into this space of center and grounding, then you will be able to create this clear path towards allowing the energy and information of your higher self to come forward to enrich your present moment. It will help and guide you towards creating further experiences towards your own growth. Now, what we have come here today to discuss is that of humanities growth. And what we would like to discuss within this regard is how we are moving forwards in the times we are living. It is certainly a interesting time in which we are going through, and that is not just limited to this current situation in which we find ourselves. This is also talking about how we are coming together as a collective and how we are in fact creating the experiences and allowing these experiences to really define who we are. The more we can allow ourselves to really reach into the experience of what the present moment is offering us, the more we can fine-tune the outcome of what we're really trying to create. Now, of course, with the current climate in terms of this pandemic, if you will, there is a lot of different aspects and different areas of growth which are turning up for everyone. It is to understand that how we move forwards within this current set of circumstances is entirely up to us. How we are creating our future and indeed our present moment is entirely up to us. It is up to us to allow this energy that is coming forth and allowing the experience of what we feel to wash over us, but not to sit within the pool of our energy. It is important for us to understand that how we are creating this moment is entirely up to us, that as an individual and that as a collective. There are the different levels in which we are engaging with the situation that we find. For the more we step into that of our individual selves, the more we can see how indeed we are manifesting our individual reality, if you will. But the more you take a step back and allow yourself to see yourself in that of the collective, whether that is with a certain group of people or indeed stepping back further and allowing yourself to see yourself in a connection with that of the whole. Each of these levels create a different set of circumstances and a different level in which you can perceive reality. The more you can allow yourself to step into these different sets of shoes, if you will, the more you will be able to view reality in these different ways and indeed give yourself a different insight and perception into how you can move forwards, not only within your own self, but in that of the whole, to allow yourself to really feel into the collective karma of the time we are living, if you will. It is important as we move forwards, especially within this time, to realize that everything that we are doing is of the utmost importance. Indeed, how we are moving forwards right now is what is going to make the change of the future. You are the collective destiny of who you're meant to be. You are here to make the change of this present moment. You are here to create what you can within this moment to allow yourself to not only guide yourself forwards, but that of others. You are the way seers, you are the way showers. Everything that you are here to do now is, of course, of the utmost importance towards your own future, towards your own present moment. When you are creating in this moment, you are creating everything that is there to be brought into the existence of all that is. You are here to define everything that is necessary for us to move forwards. Whilst we recognize that everything you are here to do is indeed up to you in terms of your own free will, there is indeed a life path in which you are here to fulfill if you so choose. And indeed, we do encourage you to follow the energy of what is being provided for you, because ultimately you are creating your own destiny. You are creating your own destiny in terms of the life path that you have chosen. Now, within the duality of what we are creating within this present moment, there is an idea that what you have come down here to do and what you have chosen to create, if you will, is a set of circumstances, a set of pillars and milestones for you to develop and to learn and experience. That being said, you are here at a very specific time. You are here because you are here to move humanity into the next stage. And this stage of experience and development is entirely up to you, not only as an individual, but as a collective. You could look at this as a very pivotal point in your own development. For you as humanity are here to move beyond the point in which you have come before. And how you are going to do this is by allowing yourself to work with the energy in which is of the least resistance towards your own good. Now, this energy that I speak of is indeed the energy of spirit and the energy of consciousness. It is how you are going to move forwards within this energy that will allow you to create the changes necessary to move forwards into this next stage. What is important to remember at this point is how you are going to manifest and create this is by allowance. It is not necessarily by seeking and by striving and trying to force a situation into a particular set of circumstances, but it is more allowing the energy to work through you, to allow yourself to sit into the present moment and to find the opportunities that are there and that arise from that moment. The more you can allow yourself to sit into those set of circumstances, the more you can allow yourself to work with the energy that's coming up, the more you will bring forth the change and the creative energy that is necessary for the collective growth of humanity. And indeed, we do stress that this is a pivotal point again. How we are going to move forwards is up to us, individually and collectively. We are in a time where this growth is necessary. Everything that we are going through, everything that we have experienced to date, has been here to bring us to this point, to allow us to reach this stage of growth, if you will, to this stage of leveling up in terms of how we are moving forwards. Indeed, this is looking at our dimensional security, if you will. For we are indeed floating in between the idea of a three-dimensional and a fifth-dimensional existence in terms of humanity's growth. And it is true that depending where we are and where we flit between, because ultimately there is not a set stage in which we are sitting at, because it depends a lot in where you are at within your own alignment. And ultimately, we are here within a physical incarnation, and how we are manifesting ourselves on the different levels of our own existence in terms of our own energy body, even our emotional fields and where we have our mental thoughts, they all have an effect on where we lie within the dimensional existence of our own reality. Now, the important thing to remember is how we are manifesting this shift, if you will, is on so many different levels at the same time. And the important thing is to recognize is all of what we experience is in the present moment, right now, right here. The energy of what this is giving off and the energy of what you are receiving and your own self is giving out ultimately is playing into the effect of this shift. So we cannot understate the importance of allowing the present moment to affect the present future. For everything that we do, our thoughts, our emotions, our physical actions, and how we are moving forwards in this life ultimately have an effect on not only the present, but the future and the past. And how this can circulate within the experience of humanity is entirely up to us. And how we can bring this change into the present moment is by staying conscious, by allowing ourselves to have that awareness of who we are, coming into the understanding of what you are here to do, and allowing ourselves to really focus on the momentous energy that is being brought forwards. And it is okay if you feel out of alignment. It is okay if you do not feel like you are in the right place. If you do, just allow yourself the time. Allow yourself the time to slow down. Allow your thoughts to settle. To bring yourself back to center. Do what is necessary for you, whether it is a meditation, whether it is playing music. It could be mantras. It could be creating in whatever way is necessary for you that allows you to come back into alignment. And again, if you are not even sure what it is that you can do at this time to bring yourself back to that place of center, just sit. Allow yourself to hear your surroundings. Allow yourself to experience what is coming up in your surroundings, what is coming up in the present moment. The more you can do that and the more you can allow yourself to slow down, the more you will create this balance and harmony towards your own alignment. Now, as we move forwards towards this shift, and it is to understand that it is not necessarily a set shift in which we will suddenly click our fingers and be into this new state, this new dimension. For entirely it is an ongoing process. As much as we are individuals and as much as we are part of the collective, we are equally playing out different roles in different situations. And how this can manifest into our reality comes in different levels again. For it is easy for us to slip between dimensions, for we do this every day. We allow ourselves to go into different realities, different places in which we do not necessarily define. And what is important is understanding how we are going to create a more constant shift, how we are going to move into alignment as a conscious collective. This will take time. And indeed, it is true that the years we are living in at the moment are accelerating this shift. They are bringing so much of hurt, an old pain, trauma, and old experience that is there for us to transcend. Now, this trauma that I speak of, it is ultimately there for us to move forwards from, but what the trauma comes from is not only that of the collective consciousness in humanity, but we are also moving through the trauma of the earth. We are uprooting everything that lays in connection across different dimensions and different realities. And how we manifest this change, how we uproot it, is by that state of allowance. The more we can just allow ourselves to move through these emotions, move through these feelings, move through them but do not hold on to them. The more we can do that, and the more we can come into this state of alignment, the quicker we are going to create this shift, the quicker we're going to move through to this new reality that we are constantly creating in the present moment. Now, again, this will take time. This is going to take time in terms of how we are going to move forwards. We are in this state of duality and non-duality. We are in a place where everything that we do has an effect on every aspect of the energy of consciousness. And it is important to remember to stay conscious and aware. For we are working through so many different layers, moving through these layers that are working through every aspect of our own understanding and existence. It is like echoes. The more we create change and stand in our own truth and understanding, the more we create those ripples, those echoes, out into the collective consciousness. And in one respect, this takes time. This takes time for things to catch up, if you will. Now, what is important to remember in this moment is allow yourself to come into alignment with who you are here to be. You are here to create this reality. You are here to show others the way forward in which they can create for themselves. And ultimately, you are here to create together. So, we thank you for listening today. We hope this finds you in peace, and we hope that the energy of this broadcast will bring you the relevant shift necessary for you to move forwards into the next stage of your own development. We are you. We are everything that is necessary for you to grow and to understand. Ultimately, how you move forwards is up to you, and how you stand in your own power and in your own truth is up to you and your own divine will. So we thank you for coming forwards today, and we leave you in peace and love. Namaste.